Imagine a film so visually stunning it feels like a living painting, yet so emotionally raw it breaks your heart. That's The Fall, Tarsem Singh's masterpiece, a film that transforms imagination into survival and storytelling into something profoundly human. Set in a 1920s Los Angeles hospital, The Fall follows Roy Walker, played by Lee Pace, a broken stuntman, and Alexandria Catinca Untaru, who might just be the most endearing child actor ever, a young Romanian immigrant with a boundless imagination. Roy begins to tell Alexandria an epic fantasy story, but this isn't just a tale, it's a lifeline. For Roy, it's a way to process his pain. For Alexandria, it's an escape from hers. What starts as a simple story quickly becomes something much deeper, as the fantasy world Roy creates becomes a mirror of his fractured soul. Here's the kicker. The story evolves based on Alexandria's reactions. It's a dynamic, almost symbiotic relationship between storyteller and listener, and it's utterly mesmerizing. While researching for this review, I learned that this unique offering is actually a remake of a 1981 Bulgarian film, Yo-Ho-Ho, but with Tarsem's signature visual flair. And while the original had a fantasy story about pirates, our Alexandria does not like pirates, so the story is no more about pirates but bandits. We will come back to how Alexandria's reactions reshape the framed narrative, but first let us talk about the most striking aspect of The Fall, its visual splendor. Tarsem Singh shot the film in 24 countries over 4 years, and every location feels like a carefully chosen piece of art. From the stark deserts of Namibia, to the lush jungles of Bali, to the blue city of Jodhpur, where Singh provided locals with blue paint to refresh their homes, the film is a visual feast. Singh's commitment to authenticity is staggering. He avoided CGI entirely. To achieve this, even with all his savings exhausted, Singh took on advertising jobs solely to scout locations for the film, flying the cast and crew to these diverse settings. This dedication to his vision gives the film a timeless quality, blending the fantastical with the tangible. The cinematography by Colin Watkinson is equally stunning. The vibrant colours and bold contrasts create a dreamlike atmosphere, while Singh's meticulous framing, like the use of shadow play and camera obscura, adds layers of meaning. For instance, Alexandria's shadow play on a hospital wall foreshadows the fantastical elements of the story, while sunlight through a keyhole creates an accidental camera obscura, adding a touch of magic to the mundane. And then there are the costumes designed by the late Eiko Ishika. They're intricate, bold and dripping with symbolism. Think gold filigreed clothing and antler-shaped headdresses. Every detail enhances the film's rich, fantastical world. But visuals alone don't make a film great. It's the performances that bring it to life. Lee Pace is phenomenal as Roy, capturing both his vulnerability and his manipulative edge. He embodies the physical and emotional struggles of a man grappling with despair, and his chemistry with Catinca Untaru is electric. Untaru, who was only 6 during filming, delivers a performance that feels completely natural and unscripted. Her innocence and wonder are palpable, and her interactions with Pace form the emotional core of the film. But what makes The Fall a truly great film is its formal experimentation. On the face of it, it is just another story within a story. But what sets it apart is the fact that it gives both the stories equal importance. Ray's story within the story has a false start, a story about Alexander the Great. Or was it Alexandria the Great? But soon Roy starts narrating an epic adventure that blurs the lines between the real world and the fictional one. This interplay between reality and fantasy creates a unique and engaging viewing experience. I cannot think of another film that allows the framing narrative to shape the framed narrative as transparently as The Fall. Roy modifies his story to meet the demands of his audience, creating an interplay that is inherently absent from the one-way traffic that a completed film is. The characters in Roy's story are richly drawn and memorable. Each hero represents a different aspect of Roy's psyche, with their struggles and motivations reflecting his own inner turmoil. For instance, the Indian warrior, with his stoic demeanor and tragic loss, embodies Roy's own heartbreak and longing for his former love. The explosives expert, Luigi, reflects Roy's suicidal tendencies and his desire for self-destruction. The film explores themes of loss, betrayal, and the power of storytelling, with Roy using his tale to both escape his reality and come to terms with it. However, the film also delves into how narratives can be used for manipulation and how the act of creation can be both a source of solace and a means of inflicting pain. Roy is ultimately a cruel storyteller, bested by a sympathetic but active listener. Roy's story serves three different purposes within the narrative, and they are a direct reflection of the role that storytelling plays in real life. First, it is a way for both the teller and the listener to escape their current reality. Second, it is an instrument that the teller uses to manipulate the listener, to make them act in a certain way. And lastly, it is a way of communicating something that cannot be said in a matter-of-fact manner, not to a child, not by a depressed, broken adult. The film is also rich in symbolism. Teeth, for example, represent power and strength, as seen in the contrast between an old man with false teeth and Alexandria, who's just lost her baby teeth. Roy's fall from a bridge mirrors his emotional descent into despair, while Alexandria's fall from a tree foreshadows the challenges she'll face. And the climactic fall of Alexandria the Great serves as a reminder that no fall is ever final. At its heart, The Fall is a love letter to cinema. Set at the dawn of the silent movie era, it explores the evolution of storytelling and the enduring power of visual imagery. Singh pays homage to early filmmakers like Georges Méliès, and the film concludes with a montage of silent-era stunts, a reminder of cinema's roots and its capacity for wonder. In the end, The Fall is more than just a film. It's an experience. Its breathtaking visuals, captivating performances, and thought-provoking narrative come together to create something truly unforgettable. It's a celebration of imagination, the beauty of storytelling, and the magic of cinema. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and watch it. And if you have, let me know what you thought. What's the most visually stunning or emotionally impactful film you've ever seen? Let's chat.